The next morning, I make my way via the red metro line to the city's historic Datong district. We just arrived in Taiwan's Datong district, and this beautiful building you see behind me is Taipei's Confucius Temple. It's one of 5 on the island dedicated to the Chinese philosopher, and this one was built in 1839 during the reign of the Qing dynasty. In 1907, during the Japanese rule of the island, the original temple was torn down and replaced with a girl's. The temple was actually rebuilt in the 1930s. This incredible structure you see behind me is the Datong Baoan Temple, and this one dates from 1804, dedicated to Baoan Dali, the Taoist god of medicine. Each April and May, the temple hosts a cultural festival featuring traditional music, theater performances, and religious processions. I came upon the Taipei Expo Farmers Market. We're gonna have a look around and see if we can find anything interesting. Fried food on a stick is really common here in Taipei. Yeah, some Taiwan's famous stinky tofu. There's a car driving in the bike lane. This is the Renzai Zen-buddhist temple. It was built in 1912 by the Japanese. And it's one of the only traditional Japanese wooden temples on the island, and one of only few that's dedicated solely to Buddhism. We've come upon this abandoned neighborhood, and they've turned it into an open-air museum right now. So you can kind of see what traditional Chinese architecture looked like before modern Taipei was built. This German-style building you see behind me is called the Taipei Story House. It was built in 1913 by a local tea merchant as a guest house for his wealthy clientele and other important people. And these days it houses a French restaurant and a small museum. Behind me is one of the oldest buildings in Taipei. It's the Antai Ancestral home, and it was built in 1785 by a wealthy railroad owner. We have some traditional Chinese sky lanterns right here. This actually isn't the original location of this building. What happened was this building wasn't listed on the state's historic registries, and in 1978 it was almost demolished by developers who wanted to build a highway, but thankfully due to petitions from locals and scholars, the building was saved. But the original location was about 1 mile away from where it presently is. This is one of the few historic estates and buildings of this kind to be left in the entire I'm now continuing along the city's red metro line to its most iconic landmark. This iconic building is known as the Taipei 101 because it has 101 floors. Completed in 2004, the building towers 1,671 feet. At the time of its completion, it was the world's tallest skyscraper. It currently ranks number 8. Though the architecture is often mocked for resembling stacked noodle boxes, the design helps the tower withstand typhoons and earthquakes. The building also claims to have the world's fastest elevator. I'm now getting back on the metro and making my way to the Taipei Zoo. From there I'll catch the Maokong Gondola to the spectacular Zhinan Temple. Single journey tickets cost 100 Taiwanese dollars and can be paid for with the Easy Card. We're walking through some thick jungle right now trying to find the temple. Hopefully this is the way to it. We just have these nice workers here to show us the way to the temple. We're at the Zhinan Temple complex. It was built atop Muja, which means Monkey Mountain. This temple complex is unique to Taiwan because it's the only temple complex on the island that hosts all three of Taiwan's major religions: Taoism, Confucianism, and Buddhism. Behind me is the Ling Xiao Hall, the most beautiful section of the temple. It was built in the 1960s, and this one is dedicated to Taoism. Behind is the Zhinan Shrine. It was built in 1890 and it's the oldest part of the temple. It's dedicated to Taoism. This impressive structure you see behind me is the Taipei Temple. It was built in 1973. It's a Buddhist temple and this is the largest structure in the temple complex. Now, there's a really unique thing about this temple right here that has a very Indian design, and This is the only place in Taiwan where you can find this kind of design, and it is believed that this Indian design was chosen as a sign of respect to India, which was the birthplace of Buddhism. Even though it may not look like it, part of the temple wasn't completed due to lack of funding. The main entity worshipped here at Zhinan is Lu Dongbin, one of the 8 immortals, and he's known for his sexual prowess. And in fact, the locals warn unmarried couples against visiting the temple because of an ancient legend which says that Lu was unsuccessful in winning the love of another female deity. For this reason, he became very jealous of dating couples, and should one choose to visit his temple, he might break them up out of jealousy. Well, it looks like the rainy season has already arrived here in Taipei, or maybe this city is a little sad to see us leave. I have to say, Taipei wasn't exactly what I expected. I came to Taipei in hopes of experiencing a traditional Asia, but the city turned out to be far more modern than I ever imagined. When it came to asking for directions, the people here were super friendly, but at other times they were still a bit weary of foreigners. It was clear to see that this town still isn't quite ready for mass international tourism, but that's what makes it such an exciting place to visit. If you're looking for a bit of a difficult and challenging adventure, Taipei isn't a bad place to come.